Hello everyone, in this video we're going to look at how to prepare a journal entry in chronological order to record the transactions. We did these transactions in these videos, in the previous video, so you'll be familiar with these transactions already. But now we're going to use the general journal entry format. So we don't need to have so many different columns that do not fit our screen, right? So what we're going to do is we look at the transaction and what accounts are affected by the transaction. The first account affected is going to be put on debit. So this is going to be debit on the very left, the name of the account. We put the amount on debit, and then the second account affected by the transaction will be a credit. So we will put it a little bit indented like that, and then we put the amount here. Okay, so we're going to use this format and we'll see how each transaction is recorded. Okay, so let's take a look at, let me make it larger here. Let's take a look at the March 1st transactions. The company sold 1,000 shares of common stock to several investors for cash for $12,000. So the first account that goes up is cash, because cash is an asset. It has a debit account. It's a debit account. So when it goes up, we put it on debit. And the amount is $12,000. So we put $12,000 on debit column. Okay. And then because we are issuing stock, we have to put it under stock, common stock. Okay, that's an equity, and when equity goes up, we put it on credit, $12,000. Okay, so that's the first transaction. The second transaction, we borrow $3,000 from a bank, and we issued, if you remember, notes payable. Notes payable is a liability. So our cash goes up by $3,000, and our liability goes up also by $3,000, and that liability is called notes payable. So $3,000. Remember, left-hand side has to be the same as right-hand side. That's how we maintain the accounting equation. Let's go. So you see the credit accounts are indented. That differentiates from the debit account. March 3rd, the company purchased an office equipment, $4,500, and paid cash. So the company will get equipment goes up by $4,500. Okay, and they're paying cash. So cash goes down. Now when a debit account goes down, like cash is a debit account, goes down, we have to put it on the opposite side. 4,500 is on credit. Okay, so this will reduce the amount of cash. That will increase the amount of cash. That will increase the amount of cash. But if we put it on credit, that will decrease or reduce the amount of cash that we have. Okay, March 4th, the company purchased a 6-month insurance policy for $1,200 cash. So this is what we call prepaid insurance. This is an asset, not an expense, because it covers multiple period in the future that we have not used 1,200. Cash again goes down by 1,200. Okay, on March 6, the company purchased office supplies $6,500 from a supplier, and the supplier agreed to be paid 30 days later. Okay, so the company will have supplies, which is an asset. It goes up by $6,500. But because the company didn't pay right away, there was no cash payment. It has to recognize accounts payable that they will have to pay. It's a liability that they have to pay in the future. $6,500. On March 10, the company sold advertising services or provided advertising services in exchange for cash, $8,800. So cash goes up by $8,800 because we receive cash, and revenues is recognized because the company has already provided the service. Once they have provided the service, once a company has delivered the product, the company can recognize revenues. March 15 provided advertising services, 3,300, but this time we agreed to accept a later payment. So we have, instead of receiving cash, we recognize accounts receivable. That means we will be paid in the future for 3,300. Okay, that's also revenues, although we have not been paid, but as long as we have already provided the service, we can recognize revenues. March 19, received $9,000 from the Metropolis News for advertising services to be completed in the next 3 months. Okay, so we received cash, $9,000, but because it's for revenues that will be provided in the next 3 months in the future, that's not revenues. We have not earned it yet because we haven't done anything as a company. So this is called unearned revenues, $9,000, and it's an obligation. It's a liability because by receiving the $9,000, we have the obligation to provide the service for the next 3 months. March 23rd, pays $6,000 cash for the supplies previously purchased from Hamilton office. So now, let's see here. We have accounts payable here from purchasing supplies. We're paying $6,000. So when the accounts payable are paid, we have to reduce it. Because accounts payable is a credit account, to reduce it, we put it on a debit side. Okay, cash goes down by $6,000. Accounts payable goes down by $6,000. Cash goes down by $6,000. March 25th, collected $3,000 cash from services sold earlier. So we provided service, 3,300. We were not paid, 3,300. Now we're being paid. Okay, so we receive cash, not all, but $3,000. And the accounts receivables that have been paid should be put on credit. So accounts receivable goes down by $3,000. Okay. March 26, paid weekly employee salaries. So we recognize salaries expense 1,800, and our cash goes down by 1,800. Okay, and then the March 30th, paid utility bills 5,200. Let's see what it's called. Oh, there is no name for the account. Well, we can just call it utilities expense. Utility expense. The names will be provided, so we don't have to worry. 5,200, and we paid cash, so cash goes down by 5,200. Okay, and finally, the company pays dividend $500, so dividends $500, and cash goes down by $500. Okay, so that's how we prepare general journal entries. And because we do it chronologically and one transaction affects two accounts or probably three accounts called compound entry, we don't have any spatial issue. But if we have 1 million transactions, then we will have 1 million entries. But we don't have any issue with so many columns or so many different accounts. In the next video, we're going to summarize this transaction by posting it to the general ledger. Thank you for watching.